Shai, what's the feeling out there, just from a concentration, urgency, focus standpoint? It just seemed like every possession, you guys were extremely locked in.
Yeah, we knew what was at stake tonight. We came out desperate. We wanted to just take care and control the things that we knew we could, and we did a pretty good job of that, specifically to start the game, and that start carried us through the rest of the night.
Mark was saying, the game plan was essentially the same, just you guys did it for a full 48 minutes at an even higher level. What's that like for you guys to be able to amp it up and execute the way that you did?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling. Good for our confidence. But like in the series, especially this late in the season, every game's gonna look different. We know that every team's gonna make an adjustment. They're gonna throw a curveball. Like we can't, just like we couldn't relish on the loss, we can't relish on the win. We got to move forward, take the good things from tonight, and scratch the bad things, and be a better team come the next game, and that's what we're focused on.
Shai, you talked last game about being interested in seeing this team's response. Obviously, like early, the punches there early, you guys, like Jay Wills getting into a skirmish with Russ. Did you sense last game in a row that you got punked, so to speak, and how do you feel like you responded to the physicality and just everything this game?
And I don't think we got punked at all. We pretty much had control of the whole game last game, and adjust as they adjust and be a better team come game 3.
And then, did you see anything change, or what did you see differently about the positions you sort of were able to put Jokic in as a team compared to last game?
I think, like Coach said, we just executed the game plan at a higher level.
But when you don't feel like this is a pressure situation, how do you also, as a leader of this team, get your teammates not to feel like this is a pressure situation?
I think like we all want to win really badly, and that's like the goal we set out for when you pick up a basketball when you're a kid and you start the season at whatever level you're at. But like at the end of the day, it's still just a game. It still is a game that we all started just having fun with, and it's taken us across the world. And I try to remind myself that and remind the team that like no matter what happens, like go out there, have fun, and give it your all and see where it takes you. And then from there, the chips fall where they are. And we did that tonight. We came out, we played free, we played aggressive, and the chips fell in our favor. But yeah, and we're also at our best when we play free and play confident. So trying to get back to that as much as possible is definitely top of our list.
Yeah, Shai, you told us after the first couple of games against Memphis that you felt great, even if your shot was off. How much better do you feel now after the start you've gotten off in this series, and how do you explain it?
I feel the exact same. I feel like I'm getting to where I want to go. Like I said, I think I answered that question with I don't worry about makes and misses. It's all about like the process for me. I try to put myself and my teammates in the best position I can, every possession down, offensively and defensively, and wherever that takes me, wherever that takes our team, I'm happy with, as long as I, make the right decisions night in, night out, play in and play out. That's more so what I'm focused on than the makes and misses. So I feel just as confident as I did those 2 games when I couldn't make anything.
Shai, one of the first things you said when you came in here the other night is it'd be fun to kind of find out what this team's really made of.
Correct.
What did you learn about yourself, this team tonight, or what did you guys prove tonight?
Yeah, I didn't learn anything new. I think we were who we can be tonight. We played to our identity. We were focused. We were confident. We executed the game plan, and when we do that, and we check all those boxes, it looks like it did tonight. And I think we just got to our identity and didn't veer from it for the full game, like Coach said.
And you personally kind of seized control of the game right from the start. 13 points, 5 assists, first quarter. Did you feel, was it a priority for you to kind of seize control individually, or was that just what happened in the flow of the game?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to put an input on the game from the get without trying to force anything. And ultimately still just let the game tell me what to do. The game's going to test me every possession down. They're going to throw a coverage at me, and I'll have to make the right decision, make the right answer. And I think I did a pretty good job in the first quarter. That's basically what I was focused on in the first quarter, just trying to do that every time down the floor and let my teammates make the plays from there.
Shai, I wanted to ask you about Russell Westbrook. Two different things. The first thing is I wanted to ask you about what you thought about the way the crowd responded to him in Game 1, and then the difference between Game 1 and Game 2 and how that energy might have impacted things.
How did they respond in game? Like with the ovation?
The ovation in Game 1, they moved him loudly in Game 2.
The ovation is beautiful. The things he's done for this city, this organization, like he deserves it no matter what. And what he's done for the game, period, has been special, and that doesn't, just because he's on the other team doesn't change anything. Now, at the boos tonight, our crowd, they got it. You know what I mean? They do what they want when they want. They always have our back, and that's all that matters to me and to our team. As long as they always have our back, we'll be great. But they can cheer for us and have our back, I guess is what you're asking.
Shai, earlier tonight, Celtics lost to go down 2-0.
Wow.
Cavs are down 2-0. I know you're following all this. Like, was that on your mind at all, just being another top seed and not falling into that early hole?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like for me, even throughout like the regular season, I try to like always, if we lose a game, I try to like not turn it into a streak, and that's how I go about the season. Like if we lose one, I try to like have an emphasis on the next game to like try to not lose 2 in a row, and then in the playoffs, obviously, even harder to win on the road, and losing 2 at home puts you in a worse spot. You completely lose home court advantage. But yeah, like it's definitely on your mind no matter what. But regardless of what has happened, you have to like worry about what you can control going forward. And I think last year, Denver lost 2 at home, Minnesota lost 2 at home in their series, and then it ended up going to 7, and it was crazy. Like at the end of the day, like you never know what the series is going to look like. You just have to worry about the next game and be better for the next game, and wherever it takes you, it takes you.
Shai, you said countless times how much the guys beside you are really a team. As a leader, I wanted to ask you specifically about D. Jones and what it's like as a leader on this team to see a young guy kind of continue to grow early in his career.
Yeah, Dylan's been great. Obviously, playing a lesser role than he's used to playing in his basketball career. It's tough for any kid that's talented like that to come in and practically not play, but he's had great spirits. And I think it's only a matter of time the world really sees what kind of basketball player he is. He's super smart, can really pass, knows the game, works hard, and when you have those things work out for you in this league. And I have full faith and trust that things will work out for him, and I'm excited to see his growth going forward.
Marshall Martin.
Shai, when the team signed Isaiah Hardenstein in the offseason, a lot of people were immediately looking just towards the playoffs of like where his impact would be felt. I know it's only 6 games in, but where have you seen his impact, I guess, most felt just throughout, I guess, this postseason run?
His passing ability, his rebounding, his playmaking, his communication, his camaraderie, his leadership. I think like Isaiah is, at the end of the day, like just a really good basketball player. And I think, like, whatever situation you throw him in, he's going to flourish because of that. He does the right things, he has the right intentions, and he's just really good at basketball. I think that's why Mitchell Robinson got hurt. He came into the lineup, had a bunch of success in the playoffs. Comes here, has a bunch of success right away. Had success in the G League. Like, wherever he is, he's going to make it work because of the character he is and the basketball player he is. And it's no coincidence we made the jump we made from last year, adding him, and as well as Caruso. Those guys are big-time playmakers on both ends of the floor and in the locker room.
Last question.
Shai, I realize it's 1-1. That's the bottom line. But the way you won tonight in dominant fashion, does it feel better than it would have felt if you just win by 10 or 12? Does it mean more to you?
No. I think it's important to take the emotion out of it. Like, winning by 100 or winning by 2 is still 1-1, and I think that's very important. Like I said, especially in a series, like, every game's going to look different. Teams are going to make adjustments. It's going to be a different crowd, a different feel. You're going to start hot. You're going to start cold. Like, everything's going to look different, and it's important to turn the page, I think. So, regardless, it's 1-1.
Well, SGA says it's 1-1, and the Nuggets have